Hey everyone, that's STEM Guy here. No matter where your classroom is located at around the world, I hope you are having a great day. Today I am here with 3 tips or hacks, you could say, to make STEM challenges run smoothly in your classroom. So as you are heading back to school, some of us, like us year-round teachers, we've already been in school for 5 weeks now, heading towards that fall break. Cannot wait. But along the way, I've learned a lot of little things that can really help engage your students, make your lessons run smoother, and also make those challenges run great. Hack number 1. This may seem like an easy one, but assign seats for your students. In the beginning of the year, it really helps you learn their names, and also any new students that may be new to your school or program, it's gonna alleviate all of that stress about trying to find a buddy or trying to find a friend to work with. So just give them assigned seats, give them assigned lab groups, just to start off the year. And you can kind of make little tweaks and changes as necessary as the weeks go by. But again, it takes all of the pressure off the student and all the anxiety they may have if they're new to the school or new to the program about finding someone to work with. Hack number 2, and this one, it may seem a little harsh, but especially at the elementary level, you need to set the expectation that when you are teaching your lesson and going over your challenge rules, that students cannot ask any questions or share any stories during that time. It helps you get the information out and helps them get into the challenge as quick as possible. Now, the way I make this work is I've taught the expectation that when my students are on the carpet listening to the 5 or 10 minute mini lesson where I go over the challenge overview, I go over its rules, and I go over some tips, that they have to hold on to all questions or stories relevant to the topic. Then, once that actual challenge timer starts, I make it a point to head to each table, ask the students if they have any questions, do they have any stories that they want to share. If they have questions, I answer them then. If they have stories, they can share them with me and their lab group. And what this does is it doesn't take up a lot of time and force you into shortening your challenges, which may limit their effectiveness. You want to get into those challenges so that you have time to properly clean up at the end, to properly test the builds, and to reflect. So I say no questions, no stories until that timer starts, so that we have the most time as a class to enjoy and be engaged in the lesson. Hack number 3, scrap bins. I've been posting a lot on my social media accounts lately about scrap bins. They are great. So how does this process work? The first couple weeks went through kind of formal cleanup where I gave students time to put things away, and I was telling them a lot of instructions, and things were just not going smoothly. It was taking too much time. Some students were playing around. It offered a lot of times for people to become unengaged in the lesson and in the task on what they needed to do. So I developed scrap bins. And the concept behind scrap bins is I have 2 bins. I have a large black bucket and I have a shorter, shallower, clear white bucket. When we test a build, the build immediately after being tested goes in the black scrap bucket. Then I walk around to all the tables and I have them push everything that's on their table into the clear, shallower bin. This way, cleanup lasts, my friends, about a minute. It takes about a minute to get cleaned up, which gives more time for reflection. Now, you may say, well, hang on a second. How much time is that putting on you as a teacher at the end? Not much, because most of the stuff that's left on those tables are the non-consumable supplies. Tape, scissors, or anything that they were building with that they didn't use that can be reused. So having them just kind of push that into a clear bin helps you sort through it. It takes me about maybe a minute or 2 to sort through my clear bins. Scissors, tape, everything, rulers go to where they belong. The bigger supply bin with the builds kind of depends on the project, how long it is to clean up and what the supplies were. For my marshmallow challenge, where I used the pasta, the marshmallow, the string, the tape, those just went in the trash. There was nothing that I was trying to save in there. But when I did hurricane houses, guys, those popsicle sticks, it's expensive for large craft sticks. And I gave 30 per group. So for me, kind of breaking down those houses took maybe 25, 30 minutes, but I saved, I would say, 85 to 90% of those craft sticks were able to be reused throughout the week. So just kind of having that bin there to sort through help you kind of pillage and find the supplies that you need to reuse in your classroom and make sure that nothing good is getting thrown out or wasted. And I have a bonus hack for you. Now, this one I honestly feel a little bit bad about figuring out because of how well it worked. So, I brought my dog, Tux, he's a Boston Terrier, into the lab one day when I was setting up some stuff. And I took some pictures of him playing around in the lab. I thought the kids might like to see it. So for my younger kids, the K1-2s, I included a picture of him in there and kind of tied it into the lesson and said, hey, look at Tux, he's chewing a plastic bottle. And dogs aren't supposed to be chewing plastic bottles, so we got to make sure we clean up because Tux comes in here to play sometimes, so we want to make sure the floor is clean to keep him safe. My friends, this caught on like wildfire. I have developed an army of cleanup crew. These children are so good at making sure that there is not a single thing on the floor because they do not want Tux to eat it and swallow it and get sick. And all it took was one photo and just saying that, hey, look, here he is sitting on the carpet near the tables that you sit at, on the carpet that you sit at, and they will make sure that there is not a single thing on the floor. It works great. So if your administration will let you bring your dog into the building and you have a dog, bring it into your lab, snap a photo of it, show your class, and just casually mention, hey, look, here's my dog playing in the lab. We want to make sure that we clean up so that the dog doesn't eat anything it's not supposed to. And I guarantee you there's about 4 or 5 students, maybe your whole class, that will hang on to that, never forget that that dog comes in there, and will make sure that there is nothing on the floor that can harm it. Really, we know that chances are our dog's not coming in that much, but it helps keep our classroom clean and tidy and for the next class ready to go and orderly. So there you have it. Those are 3 and 1 bonus hacks to help you run your STEM class more efficiently, help your challenges run more efficiently, and also help your cleanup run more efficiently. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.